First things motherfucking first. Alright, let's go to home. Get this thing started up. Now, is there a reason why my live stream is not showing up? Interesting. My own live stream does not show up underneath my YouTube. That's interesting. Very interesting. I got 3,700 fucking torture memories. It's like, oh god. The fuck, 314 views. That's crazy. 5 likes, 2 dislikes. It's crazy. So let's see now. Live. Yep, visibility is public. And come over to Discord. This should have way more than 50,000 inside of it. There we go. I was about to say that should have way more. Ruby Reds are what, 13,200? $13,200. Okay. Ruby Red. Damn, somebody crashed the damn Dragons. It was just 16. The fuck? Okay, yeah, they put in 12 stacks. They hella fucked up. 16,500. I can do 16,500. I could just imagine just put it in smaller sections. I don't fight with that shit. Nobody buys Dragon duels like that. People prefer buying instead of smaller bundles most times. It's just fucking clams. Crafters delineations. I don't need to sell. Does this have anything? Is that, yeah, that's blocking. Got 800k in here. Let's go. A bit extra. Please go. Hit 270, 278. Actually, I don't even want to compete with that. Actually, I'd rather just I'll just go 225. Let me fuck it. I'm just gonna go through and just say fuck it. I just want to just sell these and just get these out of the way. I don't even care. St. Lee's. Go ahead and just get these down because I'm not even gonna be on in order to undercut this like that. And so that's yeah. So make sure they're all at milks. Yeah, they're still all on milks. I'm good. How many milks do I have to sell actually? Let's see. I got 735. I'll throw these in really quick. Yo, what's up, Too Legit? Bro, they fixed, well, I don't want to say fixed PvP, like even though they're doing balance changes and shit in order to make it more balanced, the PvP is actually addicting as hell. But in terms of income or whatever, I'm fucking banking to hell on this fucking game. Like, you don't see it because I only have 3 million on me because I'm going through and paying off some fucking I'm going through and paying off debt that I went through and had to people from like way back beforehand whenever I was still running my venue. But it's like I've gotten to a point now to where I can farm like 100 million worth of items inside of a day, like by myself. Like there's a stupid amount of fucking income that I have inside of this game. It's not even funny. But just waiting on. Actually, now that I'm finished my return, I can actually head into Dominon Cave. Yeah, cause like I started up the stream early, in order to show a friend that's on another world how to solo farm his Dragoon. But after that, I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna invite my ults or whatever. Cause I don't think I had this whenever you last played, but I have 8 service accounts now, so I get 8 times as much loot whenever I do certain things. So that's the reason why it's so much. It's like normally you'd be pushing 10, 15 million inside of a day, but I'm pushing close to 100 because I have 8 service accounts. You say you play a little Lost Ark, but mainly League. Is that Rocket League or League of Legends? League of Legends, alright. What, you play, what is it, the fuck is it? Is it Team Fight fucking Tactics? I think it was like the recent hype or whatever. Like I used to play 3v3, but I know they got rid of that, and I think they got rid of Dominion as well, if I remember correctly. I don't actually know what game modes exist there currently. There's Lost, yeah, Lost Rampage would be what I would want. That'd be the easiest one. And there's the Banner of Firm Resolve, which, no, that was whenever I was testing with Healer. I'm pretty fucking sure I want Spellforge. Actually, what is Spellforge? Spellforge is that constant shit. So, Spellforge is like a constant 20% compared to an extra 30%. But the crit rate is 40. So it's like, Spellforge is better. Spellforge is better than what Lost Assassination is, but Lost Assassination requires me to be fucking close to people, which is an issue. So I'd rather not have Lost Assassination inside of the original pool. But I can technically go through and do both, because technically Lost Assassination is the higher DPS, so I can go through and show that inside of a demonstration. And I'd probably rather just use the cheaper Essence of the Beast. Use the cheaper version. So I need to get Spellforge. So Teamfight Tactics is fine, but mainly just Summoner's Rift ranked. What rank are you in? Like I was doing PvP in here, and I actually hit the I actually went through and hit the highest tier or whatever. I'm actually I'm Crystal rank. So I get the, like, I guess one of the highest borders. It's like there's higher borders for like top 100s, but shit is too broken in order for me to actually feel like grinding out into the top 100. I got one of my subs that also came from DC though, whatever. I think he was gonna make it into the top 100 just like at the bare minimum, just because. But Fucking he was gonna wait until later on when shit is more balanced before he actually started grinding. Because Crystal is basically like, that would be like, what is it, like Challenger / Masters pretty much, or whatever is like the highest tier that you're able to get. I can't remember what they finished on inside the league for what the highest tier was. I know it used to be Challenger, but then I know they added Masters at some point. I can't remember, was that below or above it or in replace of it? I can't remember. It's still Challenger, that's still the highest? Alright. Masters is before Challenger. Alright, cool. Yeah, see here it's just you have unranked, you have bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond, and then you have crystal tier, and I'm crystal. I was gonna go through and probably hit crystal tier every single rank tier, because I was gonna be, because I got to diamond using dragoon, but comparing my playstyle to a friend of mine who was able to hit crystal using dragoon, I'm not good enough defensively with the different like actions and shit inside of the game in order to be, I guess you could say, a crystal tier dragoon technically. But I went through and I switched to bard, and my shot calling and my how can I put this, my shot calling and my, I guess you could say, my ability to focus, I use a kit that focuses on helping my teammates or whatever is on point. My decision making is good. It's 5v5 now. There's no way, you don't have to do like fucking 40v40 anymore. They literally have a 5v5 what's the name of it, a 5v5 game mode. Like if you check the videos on my channel, you can go through and see me playing it for a bit. I was going through and streaming, and I was also going through and climbing on stream for PvP. Yeah, it's actually like hella fucking addicting once you get good at it. Like, it's bullshit or whatever from some of the cheese and shit that happens, but it's like whenever you're doing well, it's hella fucking addicting. Because, like, to be honest, I probably would be a PvPer if I wasn't going through and farming gil. I'd probably just PvP all day. Especially since it gives you XP, so you can go through and rank up your classes doing it, and you can get your retainers, so you can end up making indirect passive gil while doing it, and there's a good amount of styles and shit to get from it as well. So I have to go through and I have to knock that out later. But yeah, like even PvEers were coming back and doing it. Like it is actually so popular, they actually started doing fucking balance updates for fucking PvP that they haven't done for fucking years. They were immediately patching shit and fucking doing balance tuning just because it's so popular. Like you had like Zepla, Mr. Happy, Ren Karagani, you had like all the PvEers and shit like that were making guide videos and shit like that. All of them are going through and fucking doing PvP, getting into the highest rank and shit, saying it's fucking addicting. So they've had like hella feedback on it. Like that shit is, to be honest, like definitely more fun than Weapon Mastery PvP. I wasn't around for DC for like the OG PvP like that back in the day, but arguably even better than my primary experience inside of that. Like when played, I was just like, when played fun. When played right, I actually like it more than DC PvP. Like I was gonna have to go through and I was gonna have to bring what is it, Meps and Magnum back or whatever if I could, because I know Magnum as a minimum is gonna like how Monk works now, because Monk has a very fast LB inside of PvP, and it fucking chunks the shit out of people. You can go through and you can kick somebody back, and then your limit break gets extra damage, and so you can damn near like full life somebody whenever you do that shit. It's like fucking 75-80% of their fucking health. It's crazy strong. So you just come up, pop, bam, kick back, LB, dead it. And you can just take somebody out of the fight immediately. And I know going through and doing that is going to be something that fucking Mac likes doing. Because I know he likes 1v1 and dueling and shit like that, and that's pretty much what Monk is. Monk just goes out on a rampage by itself in order to go out and start killing people. It's like, it's not good for team fight. It's just good at being tanky and just being in somebody's face and annoying the shit out of them, and then just assassinating the fuck out of somebody as soon as they get an LB. Like Monk is crazy good inside of PvP as long as you know how to avoid CC. If you can just wait before you go in so you don't get CC'd up, it's crazy. You just steamroll the fuck out of people. Meanwhile, Meps likes to be Ninja, which is technically arguably the strongest class inside of PvP right now. One of the strongest, because it is the easiest to escape on, which has a low ass cooldown. and it also has really good nuke capabilities, and its LB allows it to basically kill 2 people every single usage. Pretty much if your team is coordinated somewhat, because as soon as you get somebody to 50% health, the LB will just automatically kill them. Doesn't matter if you have mitigation up, no matter what happens, you hit 50% or less health, the LB will just, if or whatever, you hit that LB whenever they're at 50 or 49% health, even if they get healed back up, they're going to instantly get yipped as soon as, or whatever, if you timed it during that one little window. They're going to go through and they're going to get yipped as ninja. And then once you do that, and you successfully kill somebody using that mechanic, you can do it again, I want to say within like a 12-15 second time window. So if you focus somebody hard or just decently and get that 50% snapshot with a ninja, poof, get yeeted, switch targets, poof, get yeeted, switch targets. And it's like, it's not even that hard to even get people to 50%. Like, so ninja just be fucking yeeting the shit out of people, and if you try to focus them too fucking hard without the right CC, they just fucking slip away, because they'll just go through and they'll just go inside of fucking stealth, and like it's like a distance gap that they can go away and they become fucking invisible. Like, it becomes hard as shit to kill them because they have a dash away with stealth, they have a shield, and they have healing over time that they can go through and put inside of their kit. It's hella annoying to go through and fight ninjas. Their kit is just so fucking annoying. Yeah. Because like the main thing is that also inside of PvP is that they changed all of the actions. Well, not all of the actions, but like a good chunk of them. They simplified a bunch of the classes to where everything just fits on, like, say like your main hotbar. So say like how I had extra abilities like on these like little double tap menus that are up at the top. You don't need these. Everything just fits inside of your base 16 or whatever. Everything pretty much fits here. Like, that's how simplified it ends up being. It's simplified to hell, and that's including the PvP actions, like say like your health potion, your guard, which is like a little shield, and sprint or whatever. Like the PvP specific actions, your limit break, all of that, and your combat jobs will just fit inside of the base 16. That's how bad it's fucking simplified. It's really simple, and they added some cool mechanics that don't exist inside of PvE. So as an example, for Dragoon, I have a move that ends up giving me a shield and my leap or whatever. This move right here, as an example, this is a backflip, right? This is a backflip inside of PvE, and that's all it is. But inside of PvP, it's a backflip, and it gives me a spear that can chunk up to like a third of somebody's health if I hit them at like damn near max range. So it's like certain moves end up being adjusted. Ninja, as an example, doesn't have to go through and use the little ninjutsus to remember like the order of the little hand signs, pretty much, or whatever. You don't have to go through and remember that anymore. You can just hit the actual move itself that you want to go through and use, so you don't have to remember anything for ninja anymore. That little bitty mini game is gone. It's like there's a bunch of fucking quality of life and shit. But yeah, even if you hate PvE, PvP is pretty much fun. Like, there are people that do PvP that don't even like the jobs inside of PvE. Like, there was one guy that was saying he got to crystal rank using Gunbreaker, and he doesn't even like Gunbreaker inside of PvE. So you have people that are playing classes in PvP that they don't even like in PvE, just because of how different it feels and how different it plays. And it seems that my friend might be hopping in the stream in a second. Let me see. You can. Make sure that they type inside the chat before I go inside of Voja and start testing this shit. Because I'm pretty sure I should have clusters on the inside before I go through and try to use Spellforge. But yeah, definitely I'll have to message you on fucking Discord or whatever, so that you can come in and at least try it whenever you have spare time. Just fucking PvP really does, like, it really is something that I would legitimately enjoy doing. Like, as soon as they finish all the balance tuning and some of the broken stuff is gone, then it's gonna be really fun. Because right now, whatever, it's all single play. There's not even ranked, there's not even like ranked team play. So as soon as they bring ranked team play back, oh yeah, fucking, I definitely plan on seeing if I can get gifted back. If I can get gifted back inside of ranked PvP, that'd be perfect, because that put us right back inside of 5v5. But yeah, messing around with Dragoon while I wait. All right. Let me see. Morbaholic, are you able to hear me? If you are inside the stream. Trying to see if I can get a message on Discord or a message in chat. Do. Hold up. Can you? Oh, there's typing. Trying to make sure before I queue in. That is not good. Oh boy. All right. You remember how I said I had a bunch of torture memories or whatever? Look at the screen really quick. This is one of the few times you are probably gonna see something like this. Oh boy. Wait, not Zadnor. Let's see. But what's your sword in the front? But yeah, it's like that. You see that, it's like you already know how much I miss out on Boja whenever you see that. Because anybody who's ever tried to farm my torture memories know how rare they drop. So they already know it's a tremendous amount of time input. But I can't wait until I hit like 5K or I end up hitting like 10,000. Like, it's just gonna be whatever. It's just gonna be funny as shit whenever I end up hitting those milestones and I'm able to show people. But let me see. Is there anybody that I actually recognize inside of here? I'm actually curious. Good waifu. No, there's nobody. Seems like there's nobody in here that I recognize. Wait, Fion's in that. That name sounds familiar. No. Different one. Saya and Lola Aogane. I remember them from earlier. Alright, coolios. So, Essence of the Beast to get started off with. And I got 21 clusters, so I can go through and I can get Lost Spellforge. Because if you're by yourself, you definitely want to have Spellforge just because it, how can I put this? It increases your damage, but it stays on you the entire fucking time, so therefore it ends up increasing your DPS more reliably as opposed to trying to, I guess you could say, use certain actions that require you to be melee. So as an example, Lost Assassination, which is this move right here. This one is really, really strong. This one increases your DPS by 30%. And your critical hit rate by 40%, so it increases your damage more than what Spellforge does. But in order to activate it, you have to be within melee range in order to do the close quarter attack that's mentioned inside of the description. So if you're trying to kite out the ads and heal, this doesn't technically work or whatever. If you're using ranged attacks and shit like that or whatever, which I end up using while pulling inside of Dragoon, then Spellforge is better than what this is directly. And so Spellforge ends up being priority number 1 for going through and getting. So I'm going to go ahead and just appraise 20 of these really quick, get a Spellforge, get some Lost Swifts, and get these knocked out. Not like thousands of these that I already summoned with a primal. So instead of the first Lost Cure, I'm going to go through and get Lost Spellforge because I want damage output just to make farming as fast as I can. Now, secondarily wise, I can go through and I can either use Lost Rampage or I can use Lost Assassination. I'm going to use Lost Assassination first, just because it's the harder pull, but it also does more damage. Or whatever, having Lost Assassination inserted inside of the rotation is going to increase your DPS and the burn faster than Lost Rampage, but Lost Rampage is going to be safer in terms of doing it. So it's going to depend on how comfortable you are, depending on which one you end up using. Personally, if you have the little bit of extra money to go through and spend, I would go through and use Lost Rampage just because it's safe until you get really, really comfortable with it. But I'm gonna go ahead and do Lost Assassination just in case you're feeling bold. And I'm gonna see if I can remember how I did this. Because I remember there was a little, I guess you could say some little iffy technicalities that I remember inside of this fucking pool that irritated me back whenever I was first learning it, but I should be able to still do things properly. So Spellforge up to get started, and then sprint beforehand just to try to maximize my distance between myself and the ads constantly before they're able to be at the same movement speed as me. So once I hit this, I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna backflip. I'm gonna jump. Ooh, there we go, reverse. Hit this, keep moving. I'm gonna start getting hit. Somebody already pulled the ads, unfortunately. I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna dash. I'm gonna hit in the direction behind me to go through and to try to build up. Technically, I was supposed to go through. Because I want to go through and I want to hit as many ads as I can. Now once I get to this point, this is where things technically get a little bit complicated, because technically I want to move inside of a very, very small circle, and I wish there wasn't other people here. Because ideally, the fucking little death robots that are now getting fucking separated. There we go. There we go. Those little headbutts, like I said beforehand, they all go inside of a cone. They had fucking been together, I would have been able to hit that burst a lot faster, but they're fucking... I don't know what the fuck they're doing. Are they levels? No, they're 15, 25, and 15. I don't know what the hell they're doing. It's like, that's one of the annoying things, is that sometimes I wish I had lost essence just so I could fucking draw aggro. Shit, let me see if I can get them to move. So please move away from at spawn. Hopefully they fucking move. But what was I about to say? So let me actually go over here and let me talk about this, because I wasn't able to talk about it there because I was too busy trying to track the ads and shit. So essentially, these death claws, these are the ones that will chunk you. These are the only kill threat. The fucking Nimrods won't actually do shit. Those are the ones that drop the AoE, the orange AoEs that are on the floor. Those don't do shit. The roasters just do a 360 spin, that do a little bit of damage, but the death claws are the ones to actually watch out for. So I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna pull one of these early just so I can show this particular, like, how the mechanic actually works. So he's gonna come over to me. He's gonna be attacking in my direction, blah, 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 blah. Right, so he starts that channel and he's going to snapshot wherever I was. So you'll see the blast that'll go inside of that direction of where I currently was at. So whenever you have a bunch of these that end up being around you, you're not gonna be able to know, how can I put this? You're not gonna be able to go through and to tell which one is channeling in what direction. So what you want to do is you want to actually move inside of a small circle. Whenever you're by yourself and there's not that many people, you want to move like this. So therefore there's a distance between where you started and what's the name of it, and whenever the ad decides to go through and finish this channel. If you always move inside of a small circle, you'll never get hit by it. So that's the indirect cheese in order to go through and to avoid getting hit by that attack whenever you have a whole bunch of these. But I'm gonna go ahead and kill this one, then I'm gonna go through and do the pull again. Hopefully by the time I kill this, the other group would have ended up leaving because it looked like they were fucking dying. They don't know how to actually do the pulls. They probably didn't have essences, etc. Like most people try to cluster pull without fucking essences and shit, and in the process they just end up fucking dying and whatnot. Look, they got a warrior now. I just saw 2 zips. Yeah, they got a level, well, it's a level 15 red mage. Yeah, they got, okay, they got essences. That looks like a beast essence, I'm assuming. Yep, they got a beast essence. So yeah, they're going through and doing half pulls, which is, fucking I hate half pulls. I'm actually just gonna go to fucking, actually, can I do another double pull here? Actually no, there's not another good double pull inside of the zone. I'm gonna go to zone 2. I'm gonna go to zone 2 and do a pull instead, because they're gonna keep doing this. I'm not gonna go through and I'm not going to go through and try to override their fucking pull because I'm not a tank. If I had my tank in here, then I would just go through and I would just override it, but I can't just hit their fucking ads and then get them to go somewhere else. So I'm gonna go to zone 2. Hopefully there's nobody inside of zone 2 and I'll be able to go through and do the cluster pull here with lost assassination. Because you already have the pathing or whatever, it's just a generic idea of things. Zone 2 is actually easier to do than zone 1 just because you don't even have the headbutts and fuck. Is that? Oh my god, there's a guy doing a mount pull. Oh, bro. Come on, bro. Fucking. What is he? He has 6 stacks. He has 6 stacks inside of health and he has lost protect on. What he has? Ayuhara, 22, 24. What's this person doing? Swift cast, and they have. What move is this? It's triple cast, black mage. So he's not even bannering up. What the fuck is he doing? His enhanced flare. They're a fucking. Oh, it's lost flare star. That's why. Okay, so he's using black mage with lost flare star. So yeah, they're too many. They're too many zone 2. Let me try backing out. Let me see if I can get another instance. Cause I don't want to do zone 3. I was like, zone 3 is really, really fucking annoying. I really hate zone 3. Because zone 3 requires like very, very particular sprint timing, and it's just, it's not, it seems to have the least drop rate. It seems like zone 1, then zone 2, then zone 3 is the order for going through and getting drops. And fuck, they put me inside of the same shit again. So I need to do, yeah, they put me back inside of it, but it's a 72 out of 72, so I just need to wait until somebody else fills my slot. As soon as somebody else fills that final slot, then they'll start a new instance and they'll throw me somewhere else. So probably just gonna wait like 2-3 minutes, get some water, and then I'll head back in, and then hopefully I get a new phase that doesn't have people inside of it. Like I hate whenever I don't have anywhere to go. This is HCG. Wait, isn't this fucking Hollows? Isn't this Hollows FC? Let's see. Is Hollow online? Hollow is not online. Interesting. They're on Sargatonis. Okay. Wait, they world hopped. They're not on Genova anymore. Hold up, there's no way. interesting. They're not on Genova anymore. They switched their home world. Okay, that's hella interesting. Kova's there. Papa's still Papa. Teddy bit, yeah, still the same. Alright, let's try to go back. Let's try to go back in again. Please have somebody that replaced me. Please have somebody that replaced me. Please, please, please. Please put me inside of a fresh instance. Not that Gareth Galanti looks like what there was before. Yep, still the same fucking instance. God damn it, there's still not somebody in this bitch? Oh, like 3 people have fucking left. God damn it. Oh, fucking goodness. Okay, in this case, I am going to invite some of my alts, actually. I'm just gonna go through and just say fuck it. I'm just gonna go ahead and just fucking invite my alts, because if I invite them, that'll get me into a party big enough to just automatically go through and get into my own zone. It's not gonna put me inside of that when there's too many people. So let me go through and invite that one. I got Gucci. Invite that alt. Then I have Kuroki Kabe. Invite this one. And it's lagging. There we go. Kuroki Waru. Ooh, one of my characters is at the character select screen. I could have swore I started this all the way up. This med 3. So what account got signed out? Yeah, seems like I need to be a service number 3. That was Kuroki or Genova that got signed out. We didn't get that started. Voice sent Kuroki. This one invited. Now I just gotta wait for Kuroki Waru to get signed in, then I'll be good. Then I'll be able to head in. Oh wait, no. I'm almost forgetting. I almost forgot about Emma entirely. Where is Emma? 'Cause Emma is my tank character. And make sure that while I wait for Kuroki Waru to get signed in, I can go into Emma and make sure I have a bloodsucker. And then I'll just go through and I'll just do it like 2, 3, actually maybe like 3, 4 pulls on Dragoon, since it should be a new instance, and then after that I'll go ahead and switch over and actually start forming seriously as healer. Because what I still have, yeah, I still got 3 essences of the Profane Wreck. I'm fine. Got enough for 9 hours before I have to go through and buy something. Alright, let me check Emma really quick. My Emma character has 26 bloodsuckers left. I'm definitely fine. Just fine on Lost Swift and Lost Impetus. I'm good. I'm good for all of today on Emma. There we go. And now Kuroki. Oh, the other one is on. It's playing on a mount. Yeah, it's. I was just like, that's the one thing that's annoying. So like, if you want to be, I guess you could say efficient. Well, not like efficient. Like if you want to override people, you can run Lost Instance instead, which increases your energy generation and turns you into a tank. But it obviously lowers your DPS. It increases your defense or whatever, but it lowers your DPS. That's the main issue. Because that's what I was like. That's what I used to use back then. Like back in the day, I used to use Spellforge and Lost Impetus. That used to be the fucking combination that I would use. So let me come back in and let me I can actually show that one instead, just in case you do want to try to override people for whatever reason, because I was getting I ended up getting complimented by that other person that was inside of the group yesterday or whatever, because it seems like people on Primal don't know how to do full pulls inside of Boja, at least on the surface. So that's one of my other alts. Get this alt taken care of, and this alt queued up, and boom, I am good. And it should put me inside of a new phase. That is one of the things that I do like about like having several ults though. That's like one of the hidden benefits, is that I get put into new phases a lot more often, because it has to have 8 slots inside of it. So if it's just near full, it doesn't even put me in. I don't even have to worry about shit like that. And there's that many people that left? Are you kidding me? Bro, there was just 3-4 people that left. And as soon as I leave, there's enough people that leave in order for me to get 8 people inside of here. Are you kidding me? Like, what the... Oh my god. Fuck it. I guess if I have to override fucking zone 1, I guess now would be the ideal time to go through and show how Lost Instance works. Fuck it. I don't even care. That is triggering as fuck. That's some bullshit. Oh my goodness. So, Lost Instance is this move up here. This little yellow man. This is going to slow down my burn significantly, but it's also going to make me tankier. So, just to go through and to show this right here, placing yourself at the top of the target's enemy list. So whenever you hit this, you instantly shoot up to the top of the target's aggro. However, there's that additional effect that increases your enemy degeneration, and your damage reduces taken by 20%. You can just keep hitting this over and over and over again. And one of my ults just disconnected. What the fuck? 2 of my ults just DC'd. The hell just happened? God damn, I'm stressing my internet already? It's crazy. I'm gonna try to get them back online, but let me go ahead and let me get out of virtual mouse mode, and then let me go ahead and use a beast essence really quick. So this is if you have to, this is only, I only use this if I have to force my way into a pool just to try to clean shit up, because I really do hate using Lost Instance unnecessarily. Because like there's technically other pools that you can do. It's just that these are the main ones that you'd want to do, because they're the easiest and the most convenient pools to be able to do, I guess you could say, maximum efficiency, etc. Oh, of course they wouldn't be here now. As soon as I come back and rejoin inside of the phase, now they wouldn't be here. But I'm gonna go ahead and show this one. I'm gonna go ahead and show a Lost Instance pull anyway, just because. As a side note, because I didn't do this beforehand, go through and get your first dash and get that out of the way at the start. And also go ahead and have Lost Instance running from the very, very beginning. So pre-sprint, get the jump activated, because you want to have the second jump waiting for whenever you're about to finish the pull. And then make sure to keep Lost Instance up the entire time. You don't have to worry about anything. Oh, okay, now they're back, of course. As soon as I fucking start the pull, now they all want to come back. That's crazy. Now I can go through and buff up. Try to double weak that, I don't even care. It's so fucking messy just because the other people are here. If the other people weren't here, that burst would have been a lot fucking better. But I'm not hitting everything, unfortunately. I'm assuming there's a tank here. So I'm going to do an splitting aggro with them on certain ads. Because as soon as it gets to a few ads, it's fucking annoying to go through and to try to fucking live, etc. It's really, really fucking annoying. you want to try to kill everything at the same time, because like when everything is together, like whenever you have like say like the slashers and the Nimbus rods, whenever you have those give you extra life still, but they don't do damage output like that. So your healing to damage in ratio is higher whenever all of the ads are there, which is the reason why you normally want to try to burn everything together, especially if you're going through and soloing stuff. But it's like, assuming people aren't fucking you over, you can go through and just do Spellforge and then Lost Instance in order to go through and to do solo pulls as well. And then I'm gonna go through and show Lost Rampage as well, because Lost Rampage is probably the easiest one. So give me 1 second actually, because I need to stop my other characters from going AFK really briefly. And why is my computer lagging? Come on. Alright, get that done, and then go over to my other computer. And it's not supposed to look like that. And go back to my other computer. Alright, coolios. Should all be good now. Alright. Let me go through and Spellforge. Alright, start the next pull. Let me get that first high jump already done. Because Lost Rampage is essentially the same as Lost Burst, but it's for melee DPSs or whatever, melee DPSs and tanks. Need to go ahead and use that fucking burst heal, and then after that I want to go through and I want to dash in order to try to just put just a little bit more gapage in between me and everything else. Now once I hit this point, I just want to go through and I just want to just use Lost Burst. I mean, I'm not Lost Burst, Lost Rampage, because it's going to go through and hit more ads than what I can individually hit normally. Because that's going to make the healing aspect a lot easier. And I'm about to die. Yep, about to die there. I ended up hitting Bloodbath a little bit too late. Cause that's the difference in the difference inside of the fucking burn. Is that even though it's easier to sustain during the fucking pull, Lost Rampage does not have, you don't want to use it in the middle of the fucking rotation, which makes it, well, I mean, you can use it in the middle of the rotation, but it may not, how can I put this? Actually, you know what? What is the range on this actually? Let me check. Radius is 10. Actually, let me go through and let me try this actually. I'm actually curious if I can do, because I'm not sure if it technically counts. What is this? Ensure critical damage in the first weapon skill. I'm actually curious. Let's see. Doom Spike is 110. Doom Spike is 110. What is the next one? Next one is 120. 150. Actually, yeah. Actually, I can go through and I think I can just use this. Yeah, this is 300. Actually, yeah. Let me go through and let me try this. Let me see if I can just do a full rampage. Actually, I can just do a full rampage pull. I forgot to hit this early. I'm actually curious, because theoretically you shouldn't do anything. I don't think I'm forgetting any Dragoon PIs technically from doing the 1, 2, 3. So if I technically don't need the 1, 2, 3, I can technically just do Rampage. It's gonna go through more money, but it doesn't really matter at this point. Jump and backflip. Just to get a little bit of distance. And I'm going to personally go through and just jump to this one. Start using Rampage. Gonna get that jump out of the way. Start using Rampage, and Rampage itself is going to go through and just hit aggro from anything that's even remotely near me. Make sure I get fully buffed up. Yeah, Rampage is definitely. I can just go through and I can just full Rampage it. It'll cost you more money, but it's pretty fucking safe at this point. Because I can also go through and hit Bloodbath every single pull as well. And the extra nation is going to finish it up. That's it. That pull is done. Yep. So it's like you'll end up going through more money from going through and doing that, because you obviously need the lost rampages, but it's what's the name of it? It's technically the safest in terms of doing the pull and getting the aggro and staying up on health, and then probably for going through and doing the pull. It's not going to be the fastest burn because you would have 30%. How can I put this? You would have 30% DPS plus the crits that would end up being on the 1-2-3 combo if you were to have like Lost Assassination here or something. But the safety of it is a lot better. And I want to say this dropped from a fragment inside of Zadnor as well. Shouldn't be too expensive if you were to buy it inside of the market board. But normally that's how you would go, whatever. That's the easiest way to go about doing it. I'm gonna go ahead and just do one more pull with Rampage, just because. And then after that, I'm gonna go ahead and switch to healer and go back to doing a regular pull or whatever with the healer rotation and also using my tank ult. Give myself a little burst heal. So I get this ad, hop over, and I'm probably gonna get stuck on the sandbag again. Yep. Go ahead and get that jump knocked out. Make sure I get in the middle of these just to get aggro on all three. Go ahead and start buffing up. And I want to start going inside of that small circle that I mentioned beforehand. Stardust dive, Life Surge, OGCD, Nation, still going inside of a very, very small circle. And the last Nation is going to go through and finish it. And boom. And done. Alright. I can go back into the spawn and switch to healer. Cause what is that? Cause that's like 20. It's like 20, almost 20 of them, like 10 to 20 lost rampages, depending on how you want it to go through and space out. So, like you probably get like 4 to 8 pulls per lost rampage thing, which isn't too bad. It's not too bad. Like I said, Lost Assassination is technically should end up giving you more DPS if I'm understanding multipliers and everything else correctly or whatever. This should end up giving you more DPS to go through and to use this, but it's not as, I guess you could say, as safe, so to speak. But it just depends on what you want to do. But you can either use incense and try to burn it correctly, use bloodbath and be, I guess you could say, and be able to pull aggro from people that are doing mount pulls, etc., as long as they're not tanking. Because obviously a tank is just going to draw it right back because they have permanent fucking aggro pretty much. You can either use Lost Incense, you can use Lost Assassination, or you can go through and use Lost Rampage, just depending on what you want. But Dragoon is like the best melee DPS that I'm aware of for going through and cluster hunting, because you wanting to steadily move around inside of that circle makes Samurai not ideal because you have that cast time. If you start that cast time at the wrong time, you might fuck around and get headbutted. So that's not ideal. Monk's melee moves don't have the range, the width in order to go through and to hit everything constantly, unless you're just standing still, which is going to get you hit by the headbutt / the blasts from the claws. And then Ninja has the DOT and DOTs do not give healing back whenever it comes to Essence of the Beast and to Bloodsucker. They only give healing back on instant damage that you put out. They do not give healing back on DOTs. So the entire, I think it's Doton, I think is the name of the ninja DOT, you don't get healing back from that. So ninja is another no-go, especially what's the name of it? Especially since it's more burst orientated for AoE that I'm aware, as opposed to I guess you could say sustained / controlled burst, so to speak. I guess it's just not, it's not ideal. Like Dragoon has enough burst that is sustained because of fucking Natron. Like that is what ends up making Dragoon really good. Is not only does it have the line of sight arrows for healing while you're doing the pull if you need it for whatever reason. Say if you're trying to correct the pull, if somebody dragged an ad or whatever, like let's say they're doing fates and they dragged an ad off or whatever, you can go through and have to correct it from time to time, shit like that. Not only do you have the line of sight to go through and do it, but you also have the mobility from the dashers as well as the jump in order to mitigate how much damage you take during the pull. And you also have Natron. And Natron, whenever you go through and you hit that along a giant group of ads, that is a burst heal that is coming in several times. You have Star Dive, that is going to be an instant burst. That's going to be a big ass burst from whenever you have your Essence of the Beast running, and you also have Natron. And you can use them whenever you want to, as long as you're inside of that, what is it, like a 20-30 second window? I think it's 30 seconds for Life of the Dragon or whatever, or Blood of the Dragon, whatever it is, because you get to control that if you really want to. If you are struggling for whatever reason, let's say if you're doing this on an alt that doesn't have the damage honors, whatever it may be, because you're able to space that out, you can wait until you lose a little bit more health and then burst yourself back up. You don't have to use it immediately and just overheal whenever you're already at full health. You can space shit out. And that type of control is something that you don't really get from the other melee DPSs, to be able to control your burst and your nuke phases like that while still having the entire kit's utility there. Like, that ends up being really fucking useful. So normally whenever it comes to going through and soloing ads and also going through and soloing clusters, normally I'll go through and I always pick Dragoon. It just has the easiest utility for going through and knocking that out. And let me head back. Go ahead and switch my shit back to healer. Go ahead and switch this. Where is my, there we go, Essence of the Profane. Lost Seraph Strike. Get my Profane knocked out. And then I need, the fuck was it? Oh yeah, Lost Burst, I'm stupid. Just get like, nope, not that. I just want to get like 2 more of these. No, I'm probably not going to run through 9 instead of a single instance, but just to be safe. And then now I can go on my Emma character, that is my tank. Run across, throw on Bloodsucker. I already have Lost Swift and Lost Impetus. Just hop on my mount with Voice Scent. And boom. Can head back to Zone 1 pull really quick. But yeah, like, I really fucking hate mount pulling. Because, like, mount pulling is really fucking annoying. Because not only do most people do it, I guess you could say in a risky manner, it'll be a tank not doing it, not having health, honors, or anything like that, so they'll be really low, potentially dying, or needing to get healed up at the end of the pull, because they'll be at like 30% fucking health, and then everything stops moving and they just get welled to shit on immediately. So not only is it risky if you're not a tank going through and doing mount pulls, but it's also really bad because some of the ads are finicky on getting their aggro. Sometimes you can just walk straight over an ad or right in front of an ad and you don't get aggro. So a lot of times whenever I see mount pulls, fairly often I'll see them missing 2, 3, 4 ads along the pull. So they're not even getting full clusters whenever they are doing it. And in addition to that, because they are the lowest, what's the name of it? Because they are the lowest, I can't even think of it. The lowest tier of aggro, because it's just line of sight aggro. If somebody else comes along and just so much as just nicks it, your aggro is immediately fucking gone. And so you can have random people that can go through and still, what's the name of it, steal ads out of your pool and mess up the spawn timings. And you also have the added benefit of what you saw, where as soon as you do finish the mount pool. If you aren't, say, a tank, if you are going through and doing it, even if you live, if somebody else comes in and they have a high enough burst, whether that be a healer, machinist, whatever it is, if somebody else has a high enough burst, oftentimes burst rotation / burst loadouts / setups for essences and lost actions and shit, they're either going to have you with low health or low healing output. And so as soon as you hit that burst, you're going to instantly take aggro and you're going to potentially get your ass nuked instead. So it's like mount pulling, while it can be done with a tank, other than that, it unnecessarily just adds risk to the fucking pool. It's just much better, in my opinion, just to go through and to just do manual pulls, especially since you can correct for whenever people run through with fates, etc. And it allows you to keep yourself up on health throughout the pool. But I'm gonna go ahead and start the pool here. And then actually reminds me, I actually do need to later on, I do need to actually record videos of the tank POV of whenever I'm going through and doing this, just so people can see how I do that. Completely forgot about that. And rampage. Shake it off. I mean, not rampage, rampart. Stupid. I actually need to go through and I need to check my fucking macro. And boom. Actually, let me check my macro. Is raw intuition inside of this macro? I can't fucking remember. Enter, release, infuriate. No, raw intuition is not inside of this macro. So I need to do... Yeah, I gotta go through and I have to go through and I have to self-tone raw intuition. I left that outside of the macro for other reasons, I'm assuming. Ugh. And cash them apparently just popped. A few people happy. Let's see, is there anybody inside of this? Oh wait, no, this is the same instance as before, so no, there's not going to be anybody I know in here for me to invite. So I would, if that other person goes through and shouts that they're running clusters again. I think there was a guy with a G name. If he's running clusters, I might go through and I might break off with, I might go through and break Emma off into another group and invite him in here, so that he can go through and he can get clusters for all of my ults just to speed up my income. Rampart. And hit shake. That. And hit the macro, switch controller. Ooh, got 4. What is that, 5? That's 5 clusters in one pool. Not bad, not bad. And so now I just need to do this for another 17 and a half hours. Oh god, it's gonna be so fucking long. It's gonna be interesting as fuck though if I do manage to sell like fucking 35 to 40 million. Even if I fall short, just to break 30 million cash out in one day is still gonna be fucking crazy. To break 30 million on one fucking data center, if I do manage to do it, because that really sets a fucking precedence for fucking cross data if I can manage to do that. Because if I can break 30 here, that means that, I mean, if I really wanted to push it between, like if I was going through and I was farming with other people for long enough inside of a day, that gets into the 60, 90 million territory per day. If I was able to sell across all 3 data centers, that gets into really, really dangerous territory. That's when you start talking about fucking like damn near 2 billion cash out inside of a month instead of just 1 billion. Shake it off. My intuition, the macro started, and Ooh, got a lucky crit. Didn't have to do the last one. But yeah, like with the Dragoon method though, it's like I want to say maybe half the speed, if not a little bit underneath that. Like you, instead of getting 250 clusters, you may get like maybe 175 to 200. Just depends. Depends on which setup you end up using and the burn that you have. If anybody else is there in order to help you, if they fuck up the pool, etc., etc. But you'll definitely still break 150 plus. Or whatever. There's no way in hell you shouldn't hit 150 plus clusters going through and doing that solo as Dragoon. So that'll be something that you can do even though your partner isn't there. It's just that most people don't. Although they don't play classes that can go through a fucking solo cluster pools efficiently like that. It's not easy to go through into solo the fucking pool like that. You normally requires some form of chi/specific setup. So most people are just shit out of luck if they don't have a group, which is the reason why they end up just doing like half pools instead, and that ends up significantly decreasing how efficient their farm is. I get two. I got a 2 for 1. Let's go. Run tuition and inner release. Wait for the guy to get up there, and I'm good. Oh damn, I got 2 torture memories in one pull. That's legit. Haven't seen that in a sec. Cause what if I do what 6 if I was to go through and pull 18 hours, that's 6 times 20, that's 120. So I'll be at like 18, I'll be at like 3,800. I'll be at like 3,830. I'll be at like 3,830 for that, which means that probably before I even put out the fucking AoE from the Fate, before I even put out the series, I'll probably actually be sitting at damn near 4,000 torture memories. It's gonna be fucking ridiculous. Part of me actually feels like doing a fucking giveaway if I hit 5,000. I don't even know. I might just go to a fucking random venue and just fucking give them a fucking 100 million just to host a big ass fucking giveaway for no damn reason. Just because I fucking can. But I can only imagine the look on somebody's face is like, oh, you're just giving me 100 million to do a giveaway? Yes. Do I know you? No. Do I need to know you? No. Just take the fucking money. Like, I'm just bored. The most awkward ass conversation to fucking have with a venue owner, I swear to God. Oh my goodness. God. Alright, let's check the adventure list, see if anybody's new in here. No, just my 2 alts. Nobody else has came in. We're at 46 out of 72. Wait, if nobody's been in 20 and 25, do we have a dead phase? If I got a dead phase, oh boy. I hit fucking jackpot early on. That's crazy if I hit a dead phase. Like, no man, I don't get a dead phase like that. So, actually, cause I just realized this, if you can still hear me, you don't know what a dead phase is, do you? Not thinking about it. I'm assuming you probably don't run Boja enough in order to actually, like, track little bitty things like this. And hit that and a release. For a second I thought that last loss The fucking last lost burst didn't finish off that ad for a second. I was about to get worried. Yeah, nobody's still joining. Whew. Fucking Nimrod. Got on. Go hit that. Still got it. Zoop zoop. Zip my ass up out of here. That. The GCD there. Shake it off there. Oh, can I get a fucking interrupt? Shit. Intuition. Release. Testing, testing. Morbaholic, are you there? Really? I don't know how the fuck that one memorized that. That's crazy. see how many clusters do I have on my account. Somewhere between, they're all between 50 and 80. 50 and 90, somewhere between 50 and 90 clusters. Alright. Not sitting half bad. Shake off, get a decimate, and I'm good to go. Go and get my damage buff up. And apart. Shake. Frazzle. And decimate. Ooh. I'm gonna go through and I'm just gonna listen to some music. I'm gonna take my mic out after this next pull. Wait, did I just miss? God damn it, I just missed the net. Fucking OGCD didn't go off. That's crazy. There we go. And intuition.